looking for the king of podcasts? You're at the wrong channel. Looking for good ideas for life? You are far from good hands. If you think the listener is always right, you are far from the right place. Hosted by a Northeasterner by birth, a rebel by choice. If you want a host that floats between love and madness, then play on and listen to Crazy Train Radio.
What up, Crazy Train Radio?
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
Don't mess with me, I'm one crazy mofo.
Hey, I know we have a lot of horror fans that listen to our shows, and I know things have been tough for everybody across the board these past 6 or 7 months with what's been going on in the real world. But I wanted to make a suggestion to you horror fans, because I know part of the normal routine year in and year out is to attend different conventions to meet some of your favorite horror stars. However, none of us have been able to do that because of obvious reasons. But I do have a little suggestion for you. SignatureHorror.com. Now, some may ask, what is that? Well, they obtain autographs for the fans from some of their favorite stars, from some of their favorite franchises, whether it be the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and many more. They have different options, such as, besides getting their autographs, you can do live Zoom calls with your favorite stars. You can do personalized videos for people, greetings of some sort. They just have many options. So if you're looking to spend some money that you may have spent at conventions, check them out and see the options they have. SignatureHorror.com. That's right, SignatureHorror.com.
Yeah, my name is Chris Sanders. I'm listening to Crazy Train Radio.
Hey folks, it's your least favorite host in the podcast world, the Croc, Jonathan Steele.
And I'm Elena, your favorite host from the Emerald Isle.
And boy, do we have a good one for you today.
This next guest is a producer, actor, author, and director. His first novel, The Thief's Son, became a Kindle bestseller in 2012. Since then, he is best known for She Summoned Him, The Curse of La Quintrala, the redemption of Harry Day, the haunted couple, and his most recent project, Nest of Vampires, is gaining a lot of good reviews online since its premiere a few weeks ago. Welcome, Chris Sanders.
Hello, and it's great to be here. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you finally in kind of person per se.
I know, we've known each other for a while, haven't we? We've been chatting on Facebook.
Yes, we have.
We have. And finally, we're here we are virtually meeting. Fantastic.
I wish I could meet you properly in person because my camera isn't working, but this will just have to do for now.
One day it will happen, don't worry. One day it will happen.
It will.
Yes.
So I think Jonathan is letting me just give the go-ahead, unless Jonathan wants to chirp in and say anything.
We good. I will chirp in as we go along, so I'm going to let the kid run the thing.
Okay. Okie dokie. So, Chris, did you always know that you wanted to be a creator?
Yeah, always, yeah. From the age of about 5, really, when I started writing short stories. Like my preschool teacher, she loved what I wrote, so that really gave me the confidence to crack on with it, really. And yeah, my parents were really great. They always encouraged me. And here we are today with the first feature in the bag and looking forward to the next one, really.
That's great. So as a writer, you mentioned when you were a writer before you actually branched out into the filmmaking. Like, what made you actually make that jump?
Yeah, well, I started out, like you said, I wrote a novel back in 2012 called The Thief's Son. That was a Kindle bestseller. And then I put that online. I started promoting that on LinkedIn, Facebook, all over the social media platform. And a guy named Wei Wei Sai, he bought a copy. And he turned out to be one of the assistant directors on Skyfall, the James Bond movie. And we became friends and we started collaborating on a screenplay about the World War II spy, Robert Van Gulu. And through that process, he taught me how to crowdfund. He taught me how to raise investment for films. And I just pretty much took that knowledge and went off and started doing my own short films. I started crowdfunding, and then over like a period of like 3 years, I built this network of producers, specifically horror film producers. And it got to the stage where, I could just reach out to them and say, look, I'm putting together this feature. Do you want to come on board as an investor? And they said, yeah, because they like my short films. And that's how Nest of Vampires got off the ground, really. So I crowdfunded the entire project. And now that investors are starting to see, a return on investment, they're coming back for the next one. So it's all good.
That's so inspiring to hear from me anyway, from like close to you across the pond. You make it sound so easy.
It is easy. It's very easy. It's very, very easy. It is, honestly. Honestly, okay. It is. I promise you. I'm
going to follow in your footsteps, Chris.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're from Galway as well, aren't you, originally? Is that right?
I am. Yeah, I am.
My mum was born in Connemara, is it?
Yeah, Connemara. That's right.
Yeah. I have to visit one day. I hear it's very beautiful.
You really do. You really do. And try not to, come here when it's raining, which is actually not possible.
I've got an umbrella, don't worry. I've got a big umbrella.
So being well versed in more than one avenue of the movie making experience, do you have one that suits you more, or do you feel connected to one more than the other?
I really enjoy the producing and the writing. So I work all the time, so I'll still like 3 or 4 in the morning just writing the screenplays, and but the producing as well is really good fun. You meet a lot of really cool. The horror industry, as you know, is really supportive and loyal. And if they really love you, they really support you. And I found over the past few years that I've met so many great horror film producers and horror fans, and it's just a lot of fun, really. It's a really great industry to be a part of. And I'm just following my passion. So it's not really like work to me. It's just what I do every day. I just really enjoy it.
Yeah, I can completely relate to that because acting is my dream, and I have a lot of horror as well. And that's what I was just about to mention, because you said it yourself. Your movies seem to have a lot of love for the horror genre, and I was just wondering, is there a reason you gravitated towards that? Yeah,
I think it all started when I was probably about 8 years old. Really, my first horror film I ever watched was the old, Hammer horrors, and with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. And yeah. I think the writing was so good in those early films, and Peter Cushing as well, just a fabulous actor. And I think the first one I ever watched was called The Ghoul, made in 1975. And I just remember this. Well, the story is basically a couple break down in the middle of the moors, and they go off and they find this mansion house, and there's Peter Cushing in the mansion house. You've got like John Hurt as well in his first role. It was so atmospheric and so well written that I really fell in love with the genre. And from that point on, I always knew that I wanted to have my own production company and just start writing and directing and producing myself and having complete control over that process and building up that fan base from scratch. And that's what I've been doing for the past, 4 or 5 years. So yeah, I'm just going to keep cracking on with that, really.
And out of curiosity, what's your favorite horror movie?
I think The Ghoul. The Ghoul, 1975. It's got Peter Cushing, John Hurt. It's a really great, British old style sort of atmospheric gothic horror film.
Right.
So I highly recommend to go and watch that. It's actually a Tyburn film, not a Hammer horror film. Sorry, it's shot by the production company Tyburn, which was pretty much the sister company for Hammer Horror at the time.
Ooh, and out of all your projects that you've done so far, what's your favorite?
Probably Nest. Obviously, it was my first feature, and we didn't have a huge budget. I mean, I managed to raise myself about 40,000, which sounds a lot, but it's not really. It goes really quick. But we became like a family on set. Everyone got along really well. And I'm bringing back all the crew for the next film as well. We're hopefully going to shoot in August. So yeah, that was probably the most fun. And obviously, because it's my first feature, it'll always be really, really special memories because of that.
And I was actually going to just let you have the floor and just if you wanted to tell us about your latest project, The Nest of Vampires. And
Well, one of my favorite subjects in horror is the lycanthropy. Well, can't even say it right, but werewolves. So that's what we'll be doing next. We're going to be studying the werewolf mythology, and I've written the script already, and I've got the shot plan done and the shooting schedule. So now it's just a question of getting all the investors together again, getting the locations locked down, and then we just we'll go for it. Really, August. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, so that's your future works in the pipeline then. So teasers for everybody who likes werewolves.
Yeah. Well, you come to the right place if you like werewolves. There we go.
Yeah. So is there anything else you want to tell us yourself for people to follow you or things like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, Nest is coming out on Amazon and all the other sort of main platforms over the next month or so. We've also built our own website as well. So if they go to nestofvampires.com, they can rent or buy the film there. Apart from that, we're just going to crack on with the next one, really, and just keep going forward.
I actually got a horror recommendation for him as well.
Yeah,
if I can. You'd have to go back into the 1980s, but you'd have to check out the Care Bears.
Care Bears. Is that a horror film?
I was being a smartass.
Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, well, I'll go and check it out anyway, because just to be polite.
Yeah, I think I was too young for the Care Bears. I know of them. I know the toys, but I don't think I've actually physically seen the cartoon.
Yeah, I still remember them, so that means I'm quite old. So that's good.
Yeah, you guys will be calling me all kinds of names. What's he mean that was a horror?
I know, I'm used to you now, Jonathan. I'm used to your humor.
You guys have a favorite werewolf movie?
I think you asked this before on Facebook, and I think I'm going to reply with the same thing if I hadn't already, but I do love Ginger Snaps.
Oh, right, yeah.
I do, when I think of werewolf stuff, as a kid, there's been so much done over the years, but the thing that sticks into my head is Aladdin, the animated series. They made the movies and they made an animated series, but there's one episode in that it's embedded into my brain was they're on this island or whatever, and it's a curse and the girl turns into a werewolf. But the effects for a child seeing that, it's just, yeah, that sticks out as a werewolf thing to me. But as a movie, I really enjoyed Ginger Snaps because it was girls and it was just the way that it was done. It was so it
was a nice twist on the old lycanthrope.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And besides the obvious of American werewolf and all those things, but that's the one that I would probably say. But I have to say as well and give Amanda Wiss a shout out because she recently did a new one, and no spoilers, but I think it's bluntly obvious. but yeah, I guessed it by accident. I was like, "You're a werewolf, aren't you?" And she's like, and I was like, I got that right. But that was a recent one. But
there was another film called Late Phases. It's a werewolf movie, but not many people have heard of it. But it's a really cool, sort of like low budget werewolf flick that's got some really great reviews. I think it came out about 5 years ago. Because when you talk about werewolf movies, everyone mentions obviously like The Howling or American Werewolf in London. But Late Phases, that's worth checking out as well. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I do love The Howling. That is a good one too. That is like because it's done in a certain way that isn't like too stereotypical. It's kind of, I do love the ending scene. That's good. But yes, so werewolves, yay! It's
it's going to be a lot of fun filming anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, because like I was even thinking that that avenue myself. I know like my new thing that I'm going down, I'm definitely going to explore, but not to give too many things away, but my newest script that I'm hoping to go forward with is touching on Irish folklore, and that was one of the possibilities that I was going to do. But thank God you said that, because I was like this close to going, okay, werewolves or something else, and I'm so glad that I decided on something else, because I want you to have all the glory in this. So this is I'm so glad that like everybody's supporting everybody, and it's just so nice, as you said, that the horror community, everybody is just so nice.
It's really cool, man. There's a lot of people out there, especially in the States, who they go out their way to share your work and promote you for free. You know, it's amazing. People like Jimmy Presley and guys like that, you know, they need to get some more recognition, I think. People like yourself as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So, Jonathan, anything else you want to add in?
Well, I'll put it this way. You made it easy for the musical bed to end this, because I am going to go with, and I know I don't care about copyright, Warren Zevon, Werewolves of London.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one yet. Is that a recent film?
No, that is from the late 70s. It's a song.
Okay.
Warren Zevon's a legendary rock musician.
Yay, we all sound stupid, yay.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, so I think that's everything. Chris, unless you want to add anything else that we didn't mention.
No, it was good chatting with you. It's been we've known each other for about a year now, haven't we, really? On Facebook. Yeah. So it's good to finally chat with you. And, I'm sure we'll start talking again on Facebook. It'll be pretty cool.
Definitely. I look forward to it.
I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand. Walking through the street.
Wow! Thinking your day is bad and really looking to make it worse? Why not try downloading this new classic set of music that will be dropping so far off the charts, there's bound to be injuries. Now that's what I call depressing. It's gonna make those who are even close to having the slightest glimmer of hope want to jump off the highest of planks. For those that are getting Now That's What I Call Depressing, you'll be getting that song that reminds you of that relationship with those cougars, Wrinkled Ladies. For those who weren't really into cougars, but those who had that special friend whilst in cell block 2B, we got for you this clusterfuck that will put you in therapy for years to come. With cheeks wide open. Who the fuck writes this shit? Oh hell, we're still recording this commercial.
Always with you, it cannot be done.
Those that rather have it out than in. This loaded hit will be dropping soon, farthing in the USA. For those who place their order by calling or ordering online, the next 100 folks will receive their choice of either a noose of good quality that won't snap, an installation of a new outlet next to your bathtub so you can now blow dry your hair in a full tub. Or the choice of the right gang to just beat the fuck out of you, Call us today at 1-800-FUCK-THIS.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Hi, this is Amanda Wist, and you're listening to Crazy Train Radio.